welcome to the first of a series we're going to do on dropping different places in Fortnite to see just what's best, works out for us, and what we prefer. So the plan is we're going to do multiple matches, solo matches, the same start place to see how much drop location matters, and if having an NPC off drop improves your chances. Previously, I liked this place just outside of Angel Square. During Oathbound, there was always an Oathbound chest there, and when that was done, there was always the polar bear guy over by Icy Isles. But now I don't have a favorite place, so I'm trying to figure out, is there a really good place that I want to drop? So for episode 1, we're going to do 5 times at Creeky Compound, not Creepy Compound, to see how we like it, see what the stats are. I'm going to start with 5. I don't know how popular this might be or how long it'll take me to get around the map, and then we'll go back and add more matches to improve the stats. I've got a couple of things going on with this one. We're coming off drop. You can see this is a hot spot, but also I've got a crown, so not exactly great. We've got somebody coming in on a line. And just terrible weapons. I have an MK though, so that's pretty good. That is my preferred weapon. I don't really care for a SMG, though I've been eliminated to them enough times to know that they are an effective weapon. Well, I just don't happen to be one of them. This guy over here, I'm going to try to see if I can get the drop on this guy as we start out our game. And as soon as I say that I don't like an SMG, I partially kill somebody with an SMG, which is par for the course. I'm not sure about these ice cream cones. They're okay. They're cute. Oh, level up. Great. So I've got a couple of SMG, a couple of pistols, and a shotgun now. So fairly decent. And I love the new augments. Really feel like Aerialist would be really clutch with the new wild section, but I do get Aquatic Warrior a lot. There's a lot of water in the map, this new wild section and other sections, and being able to get away while healing I find very advantageous. Speed this section up just a little bit, not a lot goes on. I'm just going to grab a few weapons, clean out the cache, and then capture this flag. I like, before I capture the flag, to get, can't think of the name of it, one of those pod things to sit in. A little extra protection. And I got steady hands, which I like, and I'm getting shot at, but I've got him marked because I got the flag, so I'm going to try to go get this guy and see what he's all about. I don't have a flare. No, that worked good, never even saw it, so it was just from the markings. But now I'm under fire pretty good. Had to be some kind of explosive something. And again, Aquatic Warrior already coming in a little bit handy. Even though it only gets you to 50%, by the time I run over here, I can already see somebody coming after me from the last kill. They must have heard that. They're using a second little drop box, and this guy comes in, and I kind of lose sight of him for a minute. He's actually hiding just inside. That was a tremendously close call, so I'm glad that I had the little bit of buff of shielding from Aquatic Warrior, just enough to save me. Otherwise, I might have been dead. Another person is coming in really quick. I'm trying to take all of the shield. I can, though I don't have any health. Cut off. but a better MK, so switch that out immediately as that is my gun of choice. I'll that guy run over here. Let me speed this up. He gets away from me. I don't know where this guy goes. And I pick Shotgun Striker because I'm impatient to reform, get a better MK real quick. And I see people fighting, but realize I've got Aquatic Warrior. So let me health up before I go rush this fight. Come up and try to get these guys. And I like the wilds, I like the camo, but it works for and against you. A couple good hits with that better MK. But lost sight of this guy, he's dead. So we got this second fella here. The drift outfit. Completely lose track of him. Switch to shotgun. To get that. And some slap juice, so everybody wins. To speed this up, I just randomly eat these ice cream cones and go super fast anyway. I just spend a little time digging through stuff and getting a key, another porta bunker. Did Mud Warrior, much for the same reason as I do. Aquatic Warrior and run right into this person. A little shootout. And leading with my MK. A good limb. Get to Survivor 2 here. We're looking around for some health and some boxes, and I see somebody coming up on a ascender, or Adeline, or whatever she's called. The wrong gun. Go back to my shotgun though. My drum shotgun is all handy, and luckily some shield fish there to get back up. Wow. Never can tell what I want out of these, so switch for a purple drum. And that's a Havoc, so that's an accident. Somebody else just gets to have that. It's not what I want. So just speeding this up a bit, just comb through the stuff again, kind of recenter. Able to stay at Creeky compound. Really long time in this match. The storm does start to close in on me, so I have to find a way out of there. I find a really good spot up here. Nothing really in the box I want, but I've got this truck here, which I think is going to be handy on the terrain. So I'm just sitting here, kind of watching the game go by, waiting to get into the truck. Take it down, re-get in the center. There's some fighting going on around me. Nobody really notices me, though. And find a couple places to sit. Actually get in the passenger seat and sit for a bit. And somebody ends up walking right by me on his Raptor. Doesn't even notice I'm sitting there. Gets in a fight with the NPC. That's Aura up there at Hitches and Ditches. End up going through there. And parking back here right at the edge of the storm. And start noticing somebody put out another porta bunker. The guy, he's on that hill. It's like a shed that overlooks Hitches and Ditches there, and that gas station. So he's sitting up there, and I really think I've had a great match. I'm gonna get this guy. He doesn't really notice me, despite the fact that I had this super noisy truck going by. Running back. Shots off with the explosive rifle. Couple good rhythms with the MK. Says he's gonna push me. And I decide let him. The shot really does me in. I try to run, get in my car, and And I think, let's go right at this guy. Flip my truck, which is, I've driven so well for so long, and there goes the crown. That was where I got in the first of the... Which is funny because he's as dressed as the NPC I used to always get. But my first round of campground. We're going into match 2 at Creeky Compound, and I'm showing it for the assistants to do 2 things. One, to say it's not a hotspot this time, but also how far away it is from the bus line. So far away from the bus line and not a hotspot. But despite all that, as I'm saying, we come right in here and it is hot from the get-go. I don't know where all these people came from. I know I had a little trouble getting off the bus, navigating between my controller and my mouth to record this, but it is hot and I get stuck in this place. Porta bunker, but no good guns. I've got a flapjack rifle and an MK. Or not an MK, a flapjack rifle and a... Get this guy. I hear somebody though. I've got a flare gun. That's helpful. And I hear somebody going on the capturing the flag, which is right outside the door to the left of me here. Number 75. So buy a weave. So despite having all the things set up to have a better match, further away from the bus line, not a hot spot, definitely did not do very well in this round at all. Okay, so now we're looking at match 3 of the series, going into the compound, hot spot again, and right off the bus line. How we fare as compared to other landings. So another busy landing. I come in, hear people flare gunning already. All I've got is a little pistol here. Nothing I can really work with. So I come inside. I come in here and hear this really weird sound. I am just minding my own business and realize this precious tummy is over here. Must have been a bot because he's just going nuts on that, and then I start getting hit. So I back off. I remember there's a pot over here, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get this. But this guy captured the flag, and then keeps hitting me with those shockwave grenades. So I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have to get this guy. I come out, and there's people everywhere on all sides. There's at least 4 people, and I placed 82nd. So not my best showing on match number 3. Okay, so now we're off the bus line a little bit. And not a hotspot, but this is coming in on match 4. And a little quieter on this one. I'm trying to land, as you can see, on the same place for consistency's sake. I get a combat SMG off the draw, not great. Sawtooth shotgun, still nothing too good, and a flapjack, which I don't like. Running around, I take one of those spicy ice creams again, and I'm steaming. Just kind of look through everything and see what we're getting, but not getting a good loadout. Getting a little frustrated at that. Kind of going through it. Got steady hands for an augment, and go ahead and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this. Still just a havoc, so not weaponry that I'm impressed with at all. And just messing around with the cloak gauntlets, which I think are really cool. And I love the glitch back in it looks neat, but I think that picking up your gun is just a little too hard. So you get that, and right as I get it, somebody starts shooting at me from the tower, but I've got the mark on them, so pretty easy to track that guy down. So I go ahead and try to get him. A little, I think it's a sawtooth shotgun and that blue hat. Over they unfortunately went into the water, which is generally a bad play. And I've got the high ground. Able to get this gal, switch and get her, and then able to go back to the compound after that. Traversal warrior, which I like. Okay. Good stuff. Still haven't found anything that I really love, so I'm going to go through all of this cargo, see what's there. I start bailing on this thing and realize it's probably easier from the back, so go around to the back, and sure enough, easier to get in, and at least get an explosive repeater, a thermal, and I see this guy on the traversal line, so health up, take Bloodhound, and kind of gauge where this guy is headed. I see him just running back and forth across these traversal lines. So I'm able to get him marked with the explosive really easily, but then miss a bunch. I'm not good with the repeater rifle at all. Just kind of engage with this guy. I see him going back and forth. I don't know what is going on in this kid's mind. You remarket him as he goes. Across and across. So I decided to go ahead and rush up here and get him while I can tell where he is. He goes across again, and then I start glitching majorly. So I'm having a little bit of a packet loss, getting frustrated, but trying to concentrate on getting this guy. Decides to come back. I don't know why, because I'm totally missing, so I would have stayed put. I fall off because I'm not paying attention to where I am. Spatial awareness for all, which I did not have. But he doesn't come down or peep over, so I have to go back. Can't get up. Should have died like a half dozen times to this kid by now. It's this guy. Am I gonna get him? He gets to drop on me a little bit there. Little Miles Morales action. And then get him with a repeater. And really glitchy. Still don't have anything good. Don't know what I'm doing on that thing. Look, nothing really I want here. Go ahead and get a gold DMR because why not? That's not, and then the sound goes absolutely crazy and my cording ends up dying. I ended up getting number 6 in the game. I did place 6, but I didn't get any more elims. That was my last elimination of the game. Okay, so having a nice cup of tea here before I leave for my 5th and final, for now, match. Creeky compound, as you can see. A little ways off the bus line, not too much. A little over 1,200 meters when I jumped. Coming down, again, landing at roundabout the same spot. And picking up the disappointing flapjack off drop. And a combat SMG. Oh no, just a pistol. Got an MK there. 3rd gun up, so that's good tidings. A couple of big pots. Run through. I have a habit of running through the flag, just getting it started so I don't have to sit there. Getting some other stuff. Getting a flare gun. Feeling a little better about that. So flare, nobody's around. Versa warrior, picking up some more stuff. Coming back in. And I get in the water. I'm like, oh, this will be a good place to hide. And I start hearing footsteps off to my left, over my left shoulder. So I know somebody's around, but I don't know quite where. And it marks this person over here. So go ahead and rush them without collecting loot. Have a good beat on them. I never see this. So this gal, what they're doing there. There's just to jump back up. Gets over there. And really just boogies. And get them. I don't know why I went with shotgun there. I thought they were closer, I guess. Really decent player in that they really get out of dodge fast. She goes up there. I forgot to reload, so I'm in a bad position. And they just flat out get away. So I decide to abandon that elimination for now. I keep on at the campsite as this series dictates, and I kind of stick around there. Go back, check my loot. Swift shotgun reload. Flare again. Don't see anybody, but I start taking some fire as I go up this tower. I never can locate it. I figure it's over there. Not able to make any shots just with my plain MK. Flare. Don't get him, but see him in the thermal. I just have a hard time finding that person. I just kept finding big pots everywhere I went, which is helpful as it is. I feel like this season doesn't have as much slurp, and there's no chug splashes, so I don't know why I can't figure out where this guy's coming from. See it, I'm like, oh, I think they're over there. It's like Winter Adelaide again. And I'm still catching fire there from somewhere. I think I burned myself. That's why my health is gone. Still decided to get the thermal. Nobody else shot me while I was up getting it, so I assume they went away. Back at the compound. What will happen? So speed this up a bit. Checking all my usual checking spots. Again, trying to see if there's any good loot. In this whole series, I never had a really good thermal, but I do get an explosive rifle. Bloodhound. Dropping that, picking up the one with 2 in it, shooting it off, clearing it out, and then switching back to the flare gun. Figured I could just see where everybody was if they were around and not wasting them. Only get 6 rounds with that flare. Somebody coming in on a ascender again, try to mark them. Zip line. You were going over towards the Citadel. We're thinking about how it is I'm gonna get over there and how soon I need to leave, which isn't super soon. Ready to go ahead and take a bounty on a Spider-Man and start walking. And Ascender's going, see somebody right here. I think they start shooting at the wasp instead of me. Pretty straightforward elimination, that one. Hey, Aquatic Warrior again, so I'm excited about that. Some more bars. And we're back over here to the new place for today, which has got this really cool meow skulls in peely graffiti. So I like the update there. It's really cute. I can't tell if they're shooting at me or somebody else, and they're shooting actually at this person down here. So there's at least 2 or 3 people here. Terrible, as I've said before, with the explosive rifle. I finally get one shot off on that person, but I just cannot get them. So they're taking off on a motorcycle. I decided to go up a little bit. See, even more big pots here in this tree, and I hear just tons of people around me. Really kind of walked into a hot zone. Somebody sees me. And repeater. And that's that person that I had gotten before. So completely down to 1 bullet in the repeater. I decide my next move here. I really feel like there's more people around. This is my bounty, but that's no biggie. See, not the people, but the bullets down here. See this guy. And use my last bullet there. One elimination. I see somebody doing an explosive repeater at this person. I just get away. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can find where the shots are coming from. See this person in the water. They go free. How about jump off there? Yikes. And thankful that there's just big pots everywhere right now. Just lost that person to the crowd. Just trying to figure out now how I'm going to get out of here. Without losing my health jumping off the tree. Especially when we're going towards the Citadel again. I had to sacrifice my health. I had some other health things. Just go this way. I don't remember if I had Mudway or not. Jump up. Somebody over there, but don't feel confident I can get them. I had to take off and try to get high ground up here on this hill. This is just outside of where Anvil Square used to be, you know. I know there's a good hill right up top, so I'm making for that, hoping that there's some heavy ammo for my repeater. See this person. I start up the hill and then I see footprints. I'm like, I did not see that person 30 seconds ago. Where do they come from? Sure enough, they're there. They're trying to get me with this drum. Dead, but they're not. 3 in the top 10, which is good. Able to get this guy. For that drum. I'm going to decide now, what do I want to do? Do I want to sit here in the open or not? I decided to risk it and drink these 2 pots and trade for the slurp. I'm like, ooh, med miss. Let's carry off. Let's get a better repeater that actually has bullets. I think one of that second person I killed actually had bullets, so I stocked up again. You're in a limb, so we're down to like 9. I see this person. I'm just terrible with the repeater. I started making shots and started getting hit from all sides. Lose quite a bit. I hit this person down here, and they get me. And I'm number 5. So we can see this is where I'm at. My wins end up being 0. My place average is 34.6. Limbs about 3 a match. Accuracy 33. Damage per game about 920. And headshots 7.6 on average. So nothing to compare that to. Have to do another drop game or series. But this is what I got in Creeky Compound until I add more drops.